What if I told you that the founder of Amazon, Jeff Bezos, didn't just build an online bookstore? He built an empire that changed the way the world shops, works, and lives. But his journey to becoming the richest man on the planet is filled with controversy, betrayal, and high-stakes risk that could have brought everything crashing down. Today, we're diving deep into the gritty rise of Jeff Bezos, the triumphs, the scandals, and the ruthless drive that took him to the top. Before we dive into Bezos' journey, don't forget to hit that subscribe button to stay connected to the Millionaire Lux Room. Here, we uncover millionaire success stories packed with scandal, grit, and lessons you can use to build your path to wealth. Hit the bell to be notified when we release our next deep dive. In today's video, we'll explore the gritty and often controversial journey of Jeff Bezos. By the end of this video, you'll learn how Bezos transformed a humble online bookstore into Amazon, the trillion-dollar juggernaut that controls almost every corner of the economy. But there's more than meets the eye, and we're going to uncover the ruthless decisions, risks, and strategies that led him to wealth and power. Stay tuned because by the end, you'll know how to apply Bezos' methods to your own success. Jeff Bezos was born Jeffrey Preston Jorgensen in Albuquerque, New Mexico, in 1964. His mother was just a teenager when she had him, and his biological father left when he was still a baby. When his mother married Mike Bezos, a Cuban immigrant, Jeff took on the Bezos surname. From an early age, Bezos had an insatiable curiosity for science and technology, and this obsession would follow him throughout his life. But even though Bezos was a brilliant student, his journey to success was anything but a straight line. After graduating from Princeton University with degrees in electrical engineering and computer science, Bezos landed on Wall Street, working in various tech roles. By 1994, Bezos had a prestigious job at D.E. Shaw, a hedge fund, where he was climbing the corporate ladder. But there was something eating at him, a dream he couldn't shake. Bezos had stumbled upon a statistic that the internet was growing at 2,300% per year, and he knew this was an opportunity. So, against all logic, Bezos made a bold decision. He quit his high-paying job on Wall Street and drove across the country to Seattle to start an online bookstore, what we now know as Amazon. In 1994, Bezos set up shop in his garage in Seattle. With no fancy office, no investors, and barely any resources, Bezos and his wife Mackenzie worked tirelessly to get Amazon off the ground. They started selling books because Bezos saw it as a low-risk entry point into e-commerce, a way to build trust with customers and establish a foothold in the growing internet economy. Amazon's early days were anything but easy. Bezos and his tiny team were packing books themselves and shipping orders out manually. At one point, Bezos was working so frenetically that he rigged up a desk out of a door to save money. But the grind paid off. Amazon grew quickly, attracting venture capitalists and investors who were captivated by Bezos' relentless vision to dominate the online retail space. However, as Amazon grew, so did the pressures. Bezos was taking on a massive debt to fuel the company's expansion. By 1997, when Amazon went public, Bezos made a crucial promise: long-term success over short-term profits. This was a bold gamble. Wall Street wasn't used to a CEO openly admitting that his company might not be profitable for years. Bezos took a huge risk, and for a long time, it looked like Amazon might fall. The year 2000 brought Jeff Bezos his first real taste of disaster. The dot-com bubble was about to burst, and hundreds of internet companies were collapsing overnight. Amazon, which had expanded beyond books and was heavily investing in growth, was in danger of being one of those companies. Its stock price dropped from a high of $107 to just $6. Investors were nervous. Critics were calling Amazon a charity because of its lack of profits. Even the media predicted that Amazon would go the way of the dinosaurs. But this is where Bezos' ruthlessness shone through. While other CEOs panicked and slashed their operations, Bezos made a bold move. He cut 14% of Amazon's workforce, slashed expenses, and doubled down on the company's core strengths, customer obsession, and operational efficiency. Instead of retreating, Bezos innovated. He invested in Amazon Web Services, a move that would eventually transform Amazon into a global tech giant. The Amazon Web Services gamble paid off. By 2003, Amazon was back in the black, and Bezos had proven that his company wasn't just another failed .com. It was here to stay. And this was just the beginning. As Amazon clawed its way out of the .com crash, Bezos' ambitions grew. He no longer wanted Amazon to just sell books, he wanted Amazon to sell everything. Bezos saw an opportunity to reshape the global economy, and he wasn't going to let anyone stand in his way. By 2005, Amazon launched Amazon Prime, a move that would define the company's next phase of growth. Prime was more than just a subscription service, it was a brilliant customer retention strategy. By offering free 2-day shipping, Bezos essentially locked millions of customers into the Amazon ecosystem. Prime wasn't profitable in its early days, but Bezos didn't care. He was playing the long game, focusing on market dominance over immediate gains. But Bezos wasn't just growing Amazon, he was changing the very fabric of retail and business. The company began to invest in artificial intelligence, cloud computing, and logistics, becoming not just an online store, but the backbone of the internet itself. Behind the scenes, Jeff Bezos was developing a reputation as a ruthless businessman. Employees at Amazon described the company's work culture as intense, with high turnover and unforgiving demands. Bezos was known to lose his temper in meetings, often saying things like, "Are you lazy or just incompetent?" to his senior managers. His drive for perfection created a culture where failure was not an option. Then, there's the way Bezos treated competitors. Amazon developed a strategy of aggressively undercutting prices to drive competitors out of business. Once a company was on its knees, Amazon would either acquire them or eliminate them entirely. Bezos also used data gathered from third-party sellers on Amazon's platform to develop and promote Amazon's own private label products, something that sparked antitrust investigations. But the controversies didn't stop there. In 2018, Bezos faced his biggest personal scandal when news broke of his affair with TV anchor Lauren Sanchez, leading to the dissolution of his 25-year marriage to Mackenzie Scott. The media frenzy intensified when Bezos accused the National Enquirer of trying to blackmail him with compromising photos, threatening to expose his private life. Instead of caving to the pressure, Bezos went on the offensive, publishing his now famous blog post titled "No Thank You, Mr. Pecker," in which he exposed the blackmail attempt and defiantly took control of the narrative. The scandal didn't derail his success, but it showed the world that Bezos, like anyone else, had personal struggles. However, it was clear that no scandal could fully eclipse his business achievements. But Bezos' ambition didn't stop with e-commerce. In 2000, long before most people knew, Bezos founded Blue Origin, a private space exploration company with the vision of creating a future where millions of people can live and work in space. While Amazon was booming, Bezos was secretly funneling billions into his space venture, competing with the likes of Elon Musk's SpaceX and Richard Branson's Virgin Galactic. Blue Origin's progress has been slower compared to SpaceX, but Bezos is determined. He once said that building a future in space is the most important work he's doing, even more so than Amazon. In 2021, Bezos made history when he launched himself into space aboard Blue Origin's New Shepard rocket, marking a milestone in the commercial space race. But even this was met with controversy. Critics slammed Bezos for spending billions on space travel, while his own Amazon employees were facing harsh working conditions. So, what can we learn from Jeff Bezos' rise to power? The first lesson is long-term thinking. Bezos didn't care about short-term profits. He focused on delayed gratification and consistently reinvested in Amazon's growth, even when the company wasn't profitable. His ability to play the long game is one of the reasons why Amazon has dominated the market. Next, there's Bezos' obsession with customers. He built Amazon around the principle of customer obsession, always prioritizing what the customer wanted and needed. This customer-first mentality allowed Amazon to innovate relentlessly and develop game-changing services like Amazon Prime. Lastly, Bezos' story teaches us the importance of calculated risk. Whether it was starting an online bookstore in the early days of the internet or launching a private space company, Bezos made bold bets that paid off because he calculated the risk and was willing to endure the setbacks. He didn't shy away from controversy or scandal. He used them to strengthen his resolve. In 2021, Jeff Bezos stepped down as CEO of Amazon, handing the reins to Andy Jassy, the head of AWS. But don't think for a second that Bezos is done. With his newfound freedom, Bezos is focusing on his other passions, namely Blue Origin and his philanthropic endeavors. He's pouring billions into space exploration and his long-term vision to move humanity beyond Earth, colonizing other planets, and creating a future where space is accessible to all. Even in his post-Amazon chapter, Bezos remains a force to be reckoned with, and if his past is any indication, his next act could be just as groundbreaking as the creation of Amazon itself. Jeff Bezos' journey is more than just a wild success story. It's a masterclass in thinking long-term, being relentlessly customer-focused, and taking calculated risks. You don't need to build the next Amazon or go to space to apply these lessons. What matters is delayed gratification, relentless focus, and betting on big ideas even when everyone else is skeptical. If you're ready to disrupt your industry and make a lasting impact, Bezos' story proves that anything is possible with the right mindset. If this deep dive into the gritty rise of Jeff Bezos has opened your eyes, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and stay connected to the Millionaire Lux Room, your go-to channel for millionaire success stories full of scandal, grit, and lessons you can use to carve your own path to success. Check out our latest videos, where we uncover even more shocking secrets to building wealth. Subscribe now, and let's uncover the next billionaire's blueprints together.